Magnus, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was a very dramatic day. You've qualified to the finals, but you look pretty shaken up right now. Tell us about how your impressions of today's match, because we were in shock for the most part.
Yeah, I think it was quite similar to the final match I had against Giri in the Chessable Masters. In that first game was good, and after that it was a total mess. Uh, I mean, I can't believe that I actually escaped. But yeah, that's the way it is sometimes.
You did have a great start today, winning the first game, but then things went wrong right after. Game two was brilliantly played. Let's first take a look at the first game. The opening was a complete mess, but Ding was blitzing out his moves anyway. What was your feeling around this moment?
Yeah, so the whole B4 thing is line does not have a great reputation. So I cannot say that I knew too much about it, but I was pretty happy with the position that I got. I felt that I would have excellent compensation, and of course, the fact that I was thinking for a long time after Queen A3 was pretty encouraging as well. Um, but but yeah, I mean, he gave away both his extra pawns, but still he was considerably worse. And I was told that he could have made a draw at some point, but realistically, he was always um, in a lot of peril after this.
Yes. Yeah, and from now on, you made it look pretty smooth for this game, and then game two happened. And before we get to the second game, a lot of people were saying that how come Magnus was playing till the very end, till checkmate, and we were just talking about how sometimes the attack is so beautiful that you guys at the very top let it play out. Is that the reason why many times we see checkmates on the board?
I mean, it could be. In this case, I just thought he was going to play Rook F1 and win, and I was going to resign then. And
Okay.
it turned out he had mate in one. So I think usually, well, at least sometimes when people play till mate in one, it's because they don't see it. Certainly that was the case today.
All right, fair enough, Magnus. And but this was, I mean, Ding played this game really well. What were your thoughts in this game? Where do you think it went really wrong for you?
I think I sort of messed it up um, a bit early. Um, But my main issue was that I'd missed bishop takes h6 when he did that. Like, I thought the position was unbelievably dangerous for me in general, but that I could sort of um, escape. And then bishop h6 was just missed, and I missed bishop h7 as well. But in general, of course, he did it brilliantly.
Okay, fair enough. And also going into game three, game four, it looked like you were on the back foot in both these games. Were you worried at any point, specifically in game three? It looked like the ending had a lot of chances for black, but we weren't really sure where exactly. How were you evaluating the ending? Did you believe that you could hold it, or what was your evaluation of it?
I thought maybe it was holdable, maybe it was lost,
Okay.
but I would again, such considerations are not very interesting when you're at the board. You just try and find a way to play, whether it's playing for a win or for a draw. Of course, it was very dangerous, but at the moment when I played g3, when was like, yeah, this king d2 was, I think, quite important in g3. Here I felt fairly safe, because yeah, such endings with pawns on both sides, and the bishop, when the bishop has targets like on a4, they're usually drawn. So this I did not feel so bad about, but certainly was dangerous.
And you mentioned A4. We actually were discussing this. If we could just back up this position, do you? Did you think about king c4 here as an option because we felt that would be perhaps more challenging for white instead of giving a target on a4?
Yeah, I thought this was possible, but I go king d2, and then after king goes, I go with the king to c1.
Right? And knight d3, king b1 takes.
Yeah, takes, and then I give a check, and I take on f7.
And if
Um, yeah, I would say maybe just g4, knight e3, and then bishop e6. I don't know if I'm quite in time, but again, my impression is that such endings are usually drawn.
your impressions and your instincts are absolutely right on that. And even though we felt like this would be difficult, but it actually is absolutely holdable for white. Even in
No, I mean,
game,
the interesting thing about these positions, like, is that usually they're either winning or they're just dead drawn. And I think such positions, like, it looks like Mark has done everything right. He has an extra pawn, and all my pawns are on or my one pawn is on the wrong square, and his are on the right, but fixed on the right square. But again, the problem is it's very hard to make progress. Like, you cannot actually queen a pawn against the bishop and knight, and the bishop is unbelievably strong.
yeah, it's exactly like one of those positions which the computer gives us advantage, but the advantage never really goes up. It's always at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Magnus, even in game four, it felt that uh, that Ding was doing quite well from the start. Tell me something, during the rapid portion, did you feel a bit shaky, especially after game two, because it felt like Ding was constantly getting better positions and the one pushing? Did you have that feeling?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was very shaky, and yeah, in this game, I consider my position to be pretty much lost here after the opening. Like, I really didn't play well at all, and he was just crushing me. But yeah, somehow I was fighting back and I managed to hold, but I don't really know how.
And then we went into the blitz. And now in the first game, I think you, after the way the rapid had gone, you had reasons to feel good about your play in the first game of the blitz portion.
No, I mean, I was unhappy that I couldn't make any more of my position than I actually did, but um, I don't know. As I said, it was just a mess. And even this game, I wasn't that thrilled about.
And then the second one where you finally managed to win, it was, I mean, it looked really bad. And then Queen B7 was a complete oversight. What happened at that moment when you played Queen B7? Did you just completely miss Bishop A5, or what did you miss?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And then H4, that was quite a gift.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very natural move.
Yes.
But one that loses, I guess, from what should be a very good position. But I would say that even though White is a lot better in the blitz game, it's very little time. It's not obvious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still had serious hopes of holding this, but of course, winning it is a bit much.
Right. And then where you won it, and Magnus, you are in the final. Tell us immediately after finishing such a dramatic match, what's the first thought? Is it relief?
Yeah, obviously relief. And yeah, he put up an unbelievable fight today. Um, I mean, yeah, I just needed every inch to win this particular match, and the main takeaway is I just gotta be better in the final. But
It was,
you know,
sorry, go on.
there's a free day coming up, and plenty of chances to start again with from scratch.
It's also been a very long tournament itself, and the format's pretty brutal. And today, it especially felt like energy and stamina was coming into play. Um, you must be happy that you've got one extra day before finals. Looks like you'll be needing it.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on meeting Hikaru in the finals? From our perspective, it looks like the two most deserving players have made it into the finals.
Yeah, certainly he's been very, very strong in the entire tour. So it's no coincidence that he's in the final, and I absolutely agree that he deserves it based on the way that he's played.
All right, Magnus. I'm gonna hand it over. Congratulations. I know you're
Thank
very,
you.
very tired, and well done. We look forward to seeing you back for the finals and get some rest.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Uh,
Wow. Sorry, yes.
Okay, I'm just going to say congratulations, Magnus. You do look tired. Well done. It just seems to me like just at the very end, you just pull things out of the fire, and you did it again. So well done. And maybe Peter has a chess question or two, but I'm looking forward to a great finals.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Magnus. To be honest, I also haven't seen you so exhausted as you are now, so I don't even know if it's the right moment to ask any chess questions. So I fully agree if let's just skip this, and I would hand it back to Tanya if she has some more relaxing questions, because okay, this match was so intense, and I'm very happy that now that you reached the final, you really have this extra day, because I was talking in the commentary that having played that Legends tournament and the final and beating Jan Nepomniachtchi in the final in order to get Dingliden into the tournament also, I mean, you have done so much for this whole tour. You deserve this rest day, make the best out of it, and we will be looking forward to the spring final against Hikaru.
Thanks a lot, Peter.
All right. Congratulations, Magnus, and we'll see you back in the finals. We are looking forward to an epic fight there. Thank you for joining us.